Happy Wednesday, everybody. I'm KHOU 11 Meteorologist Pat Cavlin here with a look at your forecast. What a gorgeous evening it is for us so far. Clear skies out there. Temperatures are comfortable as well. In fact, we made it to the upper 60s today. So it was a really nice day. We actually came in above normal for our overnight temperature and our afternoon high. Tomorrow, though, we go the opposite direction. We're going to be below normal for our morning temperature and our afternoon high. In fact, I don't think we get even to 60 degrees for the day tomorrow. Sunset tonight was at 5:43. It is just perfect outside right now. Get out and enjoy it. 62, your current temperature. Still breezy though. That's been the big story today. We've had these strong winds coming in from the north. That is what's going to usher in colder weather for tonight and tomorrow. Right now, the winds are still out of the northwest at about 20 miles per hour. Here's a look at some of the current gusts. Still gusting to 30 miles per hour downtown, gusting to 22 in Conroe, gusting to 26 in Sugar Land and Angleton, near 30 for Pearland, 30 mile per hour gust still in Galveston. As we go through the rest of the evening and into the overnight, the winds will very gradually back off. By tomorrow morning, these are gusts, not sustained winds. So the gusts will be around 10 miles per hour, sustained probably calm to about 5 miles per hour. By the afternoon, the winds really start to go calm as high pressure moves overhead. So really not going to see any issues tomorrow. Despite the fact that it's going to be cooler, it won't feel as harsh with less wind. Lots of sunshine on the way as well. Then our next front starts to come in. So ahead of that, it's a south wind on Friday. That south wind will be about 10 to 20 miles per hour. Couple of gusts could go higher than that. That's going to be a warming wind. So Friday, we make it into the low and mid 70s across the area. And then here comes the front. You can tell because notice the sharp line there, that sharp cutoff. And also the wind direction changes. We go from a south wind to a north wind behind that front. And again, behind this front, just like today, we'll see those winds gusting 25, 30 miles per hour Friday evening into the overnight, and that will likely stick around getting into Saturday morning as well. So some windy conditions on the way, which is pretty typical for us here as we get into this time of year, especially as these fronts start to move through the area. Cooling off fast right now. Cleveland at 58 degrees, 59 for College Station, Conroe, Huntsville. Still in the low 60s though for everyone else. And really when you compare it to this time yesterday, we're actually running about 10 degrees warmer on average. So there is a bit of a change. I mean, you notice that it's a lot warmer outside for the time being. That changes though tonight. Our cold front is offshore. A couple of showers to the east. We are dry. High pressure slides in tonight. That'll lead to calmer conditions getting into tomorrow morning. Clear and cold, not quite as breezy. Again, it'll be a gradual diminishing of the winds. Still breezy this evening, but by midnight and beyond, that's when the wind really starts to back off. Tomorrow, high pressure in charge. It's sunny, it's cooler, there's less wind. High temperatures, though, only in the upper 50s, so a below normal day temperature-wise. Once that high slides south, now we get a south wind. So we start to turn warmer again, back into the low and mid 70s with mainly sunny skies. Our next cold front comes in by Friday evening, and that is what will drop the temperatures getting into the weekend. This front, though, will go by dry. We're not expecting any rain or snow showers, of course, with that here. So there's your Thursday planner. It's a cold start, 30s and 40s early on. We'll be in the 50s, the low 50s by lunchtime, but we only top out in the upper 50s for the afternoon. Again, not a cloud in the sky. A perfect day coming up for us on Thursday. And that beautiful weather will stick around here all the way through the weekend. So really, it's not until next week that we may be working our next shower chance, but even those shower chances don't look overly impressive across the area. So temperatures remain the big story. Overnight lows down into the 30s for a large portion of the area. Could see some patchy areas of frost north of the city, and then I think around 40 to 45 at the immediate shoreline. Tomorrow, the farther south and west you go, the warmer it is. Temperatures upper 50s close to 60. We'll do some lower 50s north and east, and so we split the difference in the city. Mid 50s for your high temperatures tomorrow. Not as cold then Thursday night getting into Friday, and there's the hint of some warmer weather starting to push into the area. Overnight temperatures getting into Friday morning only in the 60s for the coast. I think 40s and 50s elsewhere. By Friday afternoon, though, look at these numbers. 73, 74, 72 degrees for a good part of the area. I think we'll stay in the 60s at the immediate coast. But yeah, a really warm day on Friday ahead of our next front that'll cool us off getting into the weekend. Now, Take a look at this. This is a fun little thing that the models are now starting to latch onto. The potential for some wintry weather, not in our part of the Gulf, but as you go farther to the east. So from New Orleans out through Mobile, Pensacola, getting through Alabama, even into North Georgia, some of the models now are latching onto the potential for some wintry weather on Sunday. And that's just a result of these front after front after front going through with cold weather. Eventually, if it matches up with enough moisture from the Gulf, you're bound to get it. This would be remarkable, though, considering just last year, New Orleans got buried in that snowstorm in, late January. So we'll be watching that. Keep that in mind for any travel plans if you're going east this weekend. We are in festival season here as Mardi Gras approaches, but for us at home, it's just a shower chance, if anything at all. All right, let's see. We got a big game coming up this weekend. The Texans are traveling up towards Massachusetts, and the weather up there looks a little iffy on Saturday. So Saturday, we're talking about the chance for some rain and snow up there. But for game day itself on Sunday, things look good. So it's just going to be cold. But look, the Texans had the cold in Pittsburgh last weekend. They did just fine. I think this weekend they'll do just fine as well. Mainly cloudy skies, light winds as well. So wind will not be a huge factor with this game. Kickoff time is at 3 p.m. Eastern time, so 2 p.m. for us. So in Eastern time, the game starts at 3, wraps up 6:30, 7 o'clock. Temperatures at game start, at kickoff, mid-30s by the time things are wrapping up, will be below freezing, potentially even into the upper 20s in Massachusetts. All right, if you're traveling to the Northeast tomorrow, Clipper system could bring some snow to the Great Lakes. Otherwise, the I-95 cities look fine. And in a strange kind of twist, will actually be colder the farther south you go. So 40s for New York and Boston, 30s though for DC and Richmond. Across the Southeast tomorrow, weather's gorgeous. Definitely on the colder side though. 34 Nashville, 38 for Atlanta, 52 Jacksonville, 59 for Tampa. Back here at home, 50s, 60s, and even 70s across the state. Cooler here from the east side of the state up towards the Metroplex. Warmer, though, as you get back towards Amarillo, Midland, and El Paso. Chilly for Kansas City with more clouds up in the Great Lakes. Cold for Minneapolis, 29 your high temperature. Even colder for Green Bay and Chicago, still in the 20s. Windy and warmer for Bismarck through Rapid City, 60s out towards Kansas. Across the Southwest we go, 67 with sunshine for San Francisco. Gorgeous weather near 80 in LA. And the warmth continues. Salt Lake City, mid-40s and low 60s in Denver with lots of sunshine. And finally, up towards the Northern Rockies and the Pacific Northwest, we're looking at quiet weather, 40s and 50s for the coast, 30s and 40s for the interior, and a little bit warmer once you get farther east of there. Overnight, 38 for Jersey Village, same for Aldine, 39 downtown of Ireland, 37 for Atascocita. I think we'll do 37 for Columbus, Katy, Sugar Land, 47 though in Galveston, 44 Palacios, and again, some patchy frost once you go farther north where temperatures are in the lower 30s. There's your 7-day forecast, 58 with sunshine for tomorrow, 70 and sunny on Friday, back to the 50s then for Saturday, and we could see even the potential for a light freeze on Sunday morning. 33 degrees in the city, 20s possible farther north. We'll make it to the upper 50s and around 60 by the afternoon. 60s with a shower chance Monday, and then back to the 50s and 60s getting into Tuesday and Wednesday. Chief Meteorologist David Paul will have an update on this forecast coming up on the KHOU 11 News at 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. We'll hope to see you then.